What's up, everyone? I am out doing some game hunting. It is actually pretty late in the day, though. It's almost noon, and I just recently left my house. Let me explain to you, though, why I left so late today. I did do some pickups earlier this week that I'm going to show you in this video, so I already had some stuff, that I was going to mention and show off. But the reason why I didn't get up like at 7 a.m. and go out to do some game hunting or going to garage sales is because I had some plans today to do some filming already for episode 100 of VGS. I'm trying to do a lot of different things for that episode, and I figured the earlier a start I get on it, like, the different ideas I have, the better quality I can make it, and the more interesting it'll be. So the idea today was, I'll wake up a little later, I'll go do this filming that I plan to do, and then maybe on the way to that filming, I'll hit up some pawn shops. If there are a few garage sales, still going on at that time, I'll go, to those, but I wasn't going to wake up at 7 a.m. So I get up, I leave. On the way, I'm like, I'll go to these pawn shops. There's like 30 friggin' garage sales going on today, and last night, I swear, there was not that many posted online. So already, just as I was leaving my neighborhood, I picked up a few games. For $3, they had a stack of 360 games, but this was the only one that was even worth picking up for $3. Copy of Halo 4, and then a really good little stack. These 3 games were $5 each, so $15 total. We have Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, a copy of Castlevania 2 Lords of Shadow, and then a copy of Sid Meier's Civilization Revolution on the PS3. So $5 each for those was a really good deal. And I was not expecting this many garage sales to be happening this late in the day. So now I will still continue to go to the pawn shops I planned on, going to, but I'm definitely going to stop at more of these sales. Finally made it to one of the pawn shops I want to go to. I am at Value Pawn. This place usually has some pretty decently priced games and a friendly staff. For $4, you can kind of tell, I picked up Portal 2 on the PS3. Fantastic game, great multiplayer. It's still going for a decent amount pre-owned at GameStop. I want to say it's like $30 or so. So to get it for $4 was nice. This place, sometimes they'll have a game for $10 that honestly goes for like $5, but sometimes they'll have a $30 game marked at $4, so it's a crapshoot. I noticed a lot of the pawn shops in my area, they're changing up the ways that they sell games. Some now, like some Cash Americas, every single game, will be priced with a barcode, so they're taking the time. As soon as it comes in, they put, $20, $30, whatever, on it, goes on the shelf. There's really, no haggling you can do for the most part. Other Cash Americas, though, there's no price on any of the games. You bring up to the counter, and then they look up, like on half.com or eBay or whatever, see what people are asking for them, and then you're basically kind of doing part of their job for them. You're pulling out the good games off their shelves, bringing to them, and they go, oh, wow, this one's worth $20. And then you're like, never mind. And they're like, oh, we'll just, sell it online or something. And it's like, well, great, I just did a service for you by finding the good games on your shelf. But there are still a few pawn shops in the area where they don't even put prices on them. They don't look them up. It's just like a set price, $10 for any game. And then sometimes that can be, really, really good if it's like a $30 or $40 hard-to-find game. For a 12:30 in the afternoon find, Super Nintendo with Mario All-Stars and Mortal Kombat 3, and then some decent PS2 titles there, $20 for everything. They didn't have any games out at the sale. I go up and ask, do you have any video games? He's like, well, what kind of video games? I'm like, anything from like the 80s to now. I'm interested in all of it. And he's like, yeah, but we're going to have a sale next weekend, so I would have to dig it all out if you can come back. And I was like, well, is any of it accessible now? Could I at least see, anything you can get to? And he's like, yeah, okay, give me like a few minutes. So he went inside, I wait like 5 minutes, and he comes back out with that Super Nintendo and a bigger stack of PS2 games. There was like some sports titles and stuff. And we start talking, and he's like, well, this is all I could find here, but I know we have more, and we have newer stuff as well. But I asked, well, how much for the games first? I went for the PS2 games. And he's like, well, I don't know, probably like a couple bucks each, because he mentioned taking him to GameStop, and I was like, well, you can't take these to GameStop, they don't take PS2 games anymore, but, so he's like, a couple bucks each on those. I was like, okay, so $10 for that, and then he's like, and then $10 for the Super Nintendo with the 2 games. I was like, deal, that sounds great. So, very surprised, definitely for waking up at 11 o'clock and not even getting out of the house until almost noon. To find that at like 12:30 was pretty awesome. I just finished up doing that filming I was talking about for the 100th episode, and then I went and picked up the stuff for the flea market tomorrow. But I did hit up one more pawn shop on the way home, and for $6 each, I picked up 2 cart-only DS games. We have Monster Tale. This one came out late in the life of the DS. Kind of hard to find. It's a fun little platformer game. And then I actually don't own this for my collection. It is Bubble Bobble Double Shot. I just need to track down the case and manual for it now. So those were $6 each. It's that time in the video each week where I do the random game giveaway, and I don't have Katie's head to do the drum roll on this week, and none of the cats are around me. So instead, I'm going to use this cat skeleton, and it can help me. All right, here we go. The winner of this week's random game on whatever system they want is Vicious Vince. Congratulations. Thanks for watching. Please send me a personal message either here on YouTube or on the Facebook fan page. The link to the fan page is in the About section down below. And just let me know what system you want your random game to be on and your shipping information so I can get the game mailed out to you. And before someone says anything, no, this is not a real cat skeleton. Clearly it has ears, and a skeleton of a cat wouldn't have ears. Just a Halloween prop. Don't yell at me. Anyways, guess what? This week there's a random game giveaway as well. All you have to do is be subscribed, thumbs up this video, leave a comment down below. Comment can be about whatever, but my suggestion this week is there's a bunch of talk all about Nintendo and Universal partnering up, and in the future there will be Nintendo sections at their theme parks, and all types of crap might be happening. Pretty cool news. Question is, what would you want to see ride-wise? Cool ride ideas like Mario Kart track, that kind of stuff. Let me know down below, or whatever. Just be subscribed, thumbs up this video, leave a comment down below. To enter, you have until Friday, midnight at Eastern Standard Time to enter the game giveaway, and the winner is always announced in the pickups video, usually on the Sunday. On to the stuffages that is around my feet. You saw that Super Nintendo little bundle. That was, like I said, nice surprise find. I mean, I was not expecting to pick up anything of value or want because it was so late in the day, but nice clean Super Nintendo. It was really dirty, but I cleaned it up. This came with the RF cable, copy of Mortal Kombat 3. The power cable is also in here. Oh my god, it's just a big tangled mess. Hold on. And one actual Nintendo brand controller. The controller looks pretty good. There was also the Mario All-Stars. And then the PS2 games that were in here were Castlevania Lament of Innocence, Blood Rain. I have not seen a copy of Blood Rain forever. It's not expensive by any means, but I just haven't seen one for a long time. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Castlevania Curse of Darkness, and The Suffering. Remember, the games end up being $2 each, and then the Super Nintendo bundle was $10, so $20 total for all of that. And all the games are all complete and in really nice shape. Then, for the earlier in the week stuff that I got, I had 2 pickups. One, I'm not sure if I was supposed to say the exact place I got them from, so I won't. I'll just say a local collectible shop that does not sell video games. They bought a big collection of stuff, and some of it was older video game items, a lot of them complete in the box, and I was interested in them, and we ended up working out a deal. It was $165, I believe, for everything that I got. So I'll go through that real quick. Now, there is definitely a theme with these games. It's either like superhero or Star Trek. So, just fair warning. Lots of Star Trek games. Next Generation, obviously complete on the Game Boy. Beyond the Nexus. These are all in fantastic condition, too. Star Trek 25th Anniversary. We have Star Trek 25th Anniversary on the Nintendo. No particular order here. This is, I think, the best game out of this whole lot, though. Complete in box, The Death and Return of Superman on the Super Nintendo. Justice League Task Force. Star Trek The Next Generation. Apparently this guy, clearly, obviously, you can see what he was interested in. but apparently he was very specific collecting-wise. The toys he had, the games he had, books, comics, all different types of stuff. He only collected certain things on each, and it doesn't look like he ever really even used them or played them. Superman, the Man of Steel. This is the only game that, only boxed game here that the game wasn't actually in. It's the only Game Gear game as well. Has the manual, has everything, great shape, but no freaking game inside. So if, in that case, that particular one that I showed, if someone has the game and you're looking to get rid of it, or maybe if you're really interested in having the box and manual for it, maybe we can figure something out. Everything else here, though, isn't really up for sale or trade at this moment. Captain America and the Avengers, just cart only. A random Snake Rattle and Roll was in there. Castlevania is another random one. Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Not sure why he had, just a couple games that totally were off his normal theme. Virtua Fighter Remix. Comic Zone. And no, it does not have the soundtrack or the bonus CD disc in there. Not the soundtrack to the game. Star Trek Deep Space Nine. The Adventures of Batman and Robin. Obviously, I think all the rest of this is Genesis stuff. Incredible Hulk. A perfectly complete, fully complete Mutant League Football. Like little cards and stuff are in there. We have Batman: The Return of the Joker. Superman. Spider-Man. And Super Street Fighter 2. And then Justice League Task Force on the Genesis. So, like I said, all of that, 165, really good condition. I have never come across that many like superhero games, and I never come across the Star Trek games. So, pretty much got almost all of them on the retro consoles in one big pickup. Then, the other find of the week was a guy I met at a garage sale probably 8 to 10 months ago. Bought a bunch of stuff from him, from out of his collection. He said that there was some stuff his brother had and some like boxes and manuals, but he'd have to get to them at a later time. We had talked a few times through text messages over the last many months. Never met up though. He texted me one morning this past week and was like, "Hey, are you interested in this?" And there was a picture, and it had a bunch of Nintendo games in it, and they were Knight Rider. Now, the only bummer is a lot of these do not have the manual. Games were in there, obviously the box. Some of them had extra paperwork, but most didn't have manuals. Ninja Gaiden 2. Mario Bros. 3. This one was complete, and it did have the manual. Friday the 13th. Demon Sword. I don't have the box for that one in my collection. We have Karate Champ. Some of them were not so great, like this Top Gun. This one, though, was pretty interesting. Apparently the box for Race America, or Alex DeMio's Race America, is pretty hard to come by. This one did not have the manual. Cart was in really nice shape. Box is in super nice shape. Classic River City Ransom. Romance of the Three Kingdoms. Some of them had this really long censor strip sticker down the side. They actually peel off really easily, so I've gotten them off the other few boxes that had them. I just need to take it off this one. And some of these boxes, I have to see if they're in better condition than my personal ones in my collection. A really worn copy of WrestleMania. I was thinking of drawing titties on the Hulkster on the box, on the manual, because this one, of course, had the manual, and on the card. I was going to do a triple titty on the Hulkster and then send it to Aaron and Ricky from Retro Liberty. Maybe I'll give it to them. They're actually going to be, I saw, at Retropalooza now in Texas in September, so I might hang on to that and give it to them and be like, here's a bunch of titties for you, buddy. Hogan's Alley. And 2 more, I think. A little more of an obscure one, Power Punch 2. And then Narc. So I got all of those, and then this huge ass stack, I'm not going to go through them all, of boxes and manuals for mainly N64 and Super Nintendo games. There are some like Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games, but some of the good ones like Star Fox 64, Ocarina of Time. I wish it was the friggin' Ocarina of Time Collector's Edition box, because I still need that box. It's like that and Oracle of Seasons, I think, are the two boxes I need, and then I have, that's the last ones I need for the entire, like, Zelda collection. Star Wars, GoldenEye, Ren and Stimpy Vidiots, King of the Monsters 2, Castlevania on the 64, Super Mario 64, Diddy Kong Racing, so a bunch of decent ones, and then a bunch that were like but all of this together, it was $25 for the stack of manuals and boxes, and then $75 for all the games, so $100 total. Pretty solid deal there. And like I said, he's an acquaintance of mine now, like we do talk frequently, so hopefully more in the future if he comes across anything else. But I think that is it, guys. I believe I showed everything that was of interest. Don't forget to enter the game giveaway. Just be subscribed, thumbs up this video, and leave a comment down below. It's that simple. And tomorrow I go film episode 99 of VGS, and then there'll be a week gap, and then I'll film episode 100. It'll be filmed, I think, on the 31st of this month. So fair warning to anybody local that's a fan of the show or has ever come to the flea market, on the 31st of this month is when we're filming the 100th episode, so if you want to be on it, come on down, and you can. So, I love you all. Talk to you later. Peace.